What's going on, guys? All in day 21. Let's go over today's price action. I personally did not take a trade today due to CPI and how volatile today's market conditions were. There was a lot of volume in the market today, and very improbable in my eyes. So, but this is what I was seeing. Daily had broken structure to the downside, and on the 4 hour also broke structure. On the 1 hour was bullish, but we did sweep a lot of liquidity down here. If I wanted shorts, I wanted to target these lows down here, and these are pretty far-fetched. Go down to the 15-minute, and this is what I was looking at here. We had London take these highs from CPI, retracing in this 15-minute gap. If I wanted to see price continue downward, I wanted to see this gap kind of get ran through. And on ES, there was no gap. So on NQ and ES, they both swept London high due to CPI. And this is what we were setting up like. 5-minute had already broken structure, and there was a 5-minute gap here to be tapped into. So upon market open, we get this kind of nasty candle here. This is what we were looking like, and this is what I wanted to see, right? I've got the retracement on the 5-minute from both indexes here, right? Both respecting that 5-minute gap, and as well taking out 5-minute highs right here. Now, what went wrong here for me is there weren't enough confluence in it for me to enter this trade. Despite how early it was, I had good conviction. It was just that when price had presented that it was moving, it was confirming that it was going to move down. Stops were like way high, and honestly, I was looking for this low to get broken here. So yeah, this was a clear break of structure right here for me. These little doji candles weren't enough, especially with all this mumbo jumbo going on here. Definitely a bit tricky with those first couple candles of market open, but this was a clear break of structure, right? And this was my stop if I were to enter that. Targets would have been at London low, and honestly, that is a crazy RR. There's really nowhere for me to go break even and to manage my position properly. So once I saw this, I thought about it, and I was like, I could enter with one contract and maybe have a $500 risk, but to me it wasn't worth my while. So this is what price did. Came down and immediately just shot back up. Pretty much a Judas sweep type of trade we're looking at here. Now we did get this SMT from these highs to these highs, and this high up to this high, right? This SMT was formed, and I was looking for price to return lower. So what would that entail? I would have to see some type of break structure on the 1 minute or inverse, something. But instead we got pretty much this, and I didn't enter here because we still have 2 other 1 minute gaps that price could retrace into, and it did. Now we see price reacting off this 1 minute fair value gap, breaks it, and at the same time price came down. It's just back and forth, it's just ping pong, and it's just like, this is something I don't want to trade. And while we're actually in this right now, we have price reacting pretty strongly off this equilibrium here. And I would be looking to trade on ES just because ES is the leading index on a short, but this here was definitely an entry. But when I saw this, this right here, I entered upon this, and I had my stops way high up here and TP down here, right? Still negative RR. I saw price kind of moving a little bit up, and I was kind of like, you know what? This is not it. That's what I was telling myself. I literally said this out loud, and I said, this is not it. I was like, this is what I'm looking at on the 5 minute. And honestly, I don't even want to trade. I came into today's market open saying I didn't want to trade, so I closed pretty much immediately. And it was like $34 I lost, but price inevitably moved higher. This would have been an entry for longs here, but then again, price action was not the best looking, and was just way too choppy for me. Too much, way too volatile. I mean, like, if we go, I think NQ is a better representation, but if we just look at this candle right here, this is 55 points, and if I went in longs, it would have been on ES or NQ because it was leading long because it took these highs, and this stop is atrocious. I mean, I could have gone 3 contracts or something, took in this trade, but then again, I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't even want to trade this. We didn't respect this 15 minute. Today, I think was a good example of how to stay out of the market, because, I mean, we had news, CPI right here, and that, especially after this big move down from yesterday, price is going to chop, and it's going to stay pretty low down here. So I decided to just stay out, live another day. What I was clearly looking at was just a bunch of chop, and I wasn't really having it. Market didn't have a real clear direction today, so we just, this is what we're looking at right now. And personally, this seems very deceiving, because I mean, we pushed higher, right, broke, you know, inverse this gap, but then when we come up higher, we inverse this gap, and then price continues to still go higher. So I'm just seeing a lot of very improbable conditions, I must say. This type of move, sure, could have been caught, sure, I could have entered, but me not having high conviction, me not having the right risk management plan, and having to be comfortable with the amount I'm risking is just not optimal for me. So that is why I didn't trade. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, it was just very misleading. Definitely got some good reactions off the 5-minute equilibrium here, right? But even that was, it's just like I'm not having it. So came in today's market not even wanting to trade. Didn't end up really trading, and this is how price turned out. So just thankful for that. Thank the Lord. And days like this is when you want to stay out, when you want to do nothing. And doing nothing in trading is doing something. And y'all might have this concept in your head of like, I need to trade every single day, I need to take a trade every single day, and simply that is not realistic. That isn't how profitable traders actually trade. I mean, you can look at the most successful people at trading in this world. They don't even take a trade every day. They don't take a trade every week. They might take 1 or 2 trades a month, and they're billionaires. So I know I'm not to that level yet. I know you're not to that level yet. But try to think of it in that way, of that doing nothing is actually doing something. And in this sense, today, for example, doing nothing actually is beneficial, is actually working towards your inner self. And today I get to live another day. My account gets to live another day. And it's better to take trades that the market is actually giving you good understanding. I don't know if that's the right word, but good understanding in high probable, high conviction trades. So, all said, guys, let me know if y'all took a trade. I'm going to keep making these videos until I am profitable, and y'all will see that payout. I will show y'all. Just you wait, because this series is a living proof of coming from literally nothing. I think I literally blew my funded account during this series, and coming back up from eval to funded to payout. And that is what I'm trying to prove here. Just the live example of it is possible in real time. So anyways, guys, I will see y'all. I'm trying to think. Let me look at Monday here. I think Monday's a holiday. Yeah, Monday's a holiday. Will not be trading Monday, but Tuesday we will be back at it. I will show y'all here. I lost 34. And yeah, here. Took that trade, literally 12 seconds. I was not having it, so. Anyways, guys, I will see y'all Tuesday. Peace.